Hey guys, what's up? Perry here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I just been busy with work and school. Speaking of school, I'm graduating in May. Gang. Y'all should come through. You heard? But yeah. So as you can tell, based on the title of this video, it's going to be a story time. But it's a story time about when I broke my arm. Which I believe I was in like the 4th grade maybe. Yeah. So I say we just hop right into it. Oh, but first, look what I have now, boys and girls. Freaking stickers galore. Hit me up if you like a sticker. They're free, totally free, 150,000% free. All you gotta do is subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Message me your address. And it's yours. Sticker's yours, boys. You heard? But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the story. Like I said, I was in like 4th grade. Me and my brother Cole, we used to share a bunk bed. we used to share a room, and we had bunk beds in them. He slept on the top bunk, and I was on the bottom. And this one night, he really scared me, because he was talking in his sleep, and I couldn't understand him. And I would be like, Cole, and he wouldn't say anything. He would just be mumbling in his sleep, and it freaked me out. So I'm like thinking like, Perry, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gotta make a run for it before he freaking like kills you or something. So I was like, alright, my mom, I gotta go to mom's room. She'll know what to do. She'll know how to save me. I make it sound so, that was like what's going through my head, but in reality he was just like talking in his sleep, you know. But there's like, how our house is set up, it's like, when you come in the front door, that's the living room. Then across from the living room is a dining room. Beside that's the kitchen, the hallway, which has the bathroom, the laundry room, our room, and then there's another room. I don't know why we had to share a room if there was already 2 rooms in the back, but we did. So yeah, and then my mom's room is like where the living room and dining room was. It was on the other side of those walls. So I was like, man, I just gotta go. I just gotta run. I just gotta run for it. And I got up and I took off running down the hall. Wouldn't you know it, there was a freaking piece of paper laying on the floor. And when I was running, I like slipped on it. Whenever I was falling, I was like sliding on the paper at the same time. So I like, my arms threw up because I was like, and when I threw my arms up, I was still sliding, and I hit my arm on the door frame. When you know, it broke right in half. I don't know if it broke in half or whatever, but it definitely broke right there. And so I'm like laying in the floor crying my eyes out, just crying and crying. And my mom, it's like the middle of the night, she's on the phone. She's talking on the phone. So I was confused, like, who are you talking to at this hour? Wow. It really be your own mom. Just kidding. But yeah, so she was on the phone, and I remember her saying, oh, I gotta go. Perry's laying in the hall crying. And looking back, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was such an inconvenience with my broke arm. But it's funny. It's funny. Like, so she hangs up the phone, and then you'd think she would get up to come and see me crying my eyes out in the hall, just with my arm just like, you know. But she just hollers at me and is like, what happened? So here I go in her room with my broke arm, and I'm like, my arm hurts. And I just slept in her room that night. You know, I didn't really know what to expect the next morning. Maybe I was gonna be okay, maybe not. But regardless, she sent me to school. She sent me to school, and probably the first, you know, few hours of the school day, I was just like sitting at my desk, and my arm was just resting on it because I wasn't about to move that, you know. And then eventually I'm just like, can I go to the nurse? Like, you know, one of those kids who always goes to the nurse for everything. But yeah, that was me. I was like, can I go to the nurse? My arm hurts really bad. And I go to the nurse, and she's like feeling it, and I'm like, ouch. And she's like, your arm is broke. You need to go get a cast. So they like call my mom, and I end up going to the hospital and getting a friggin' whole cast. It comes up to here. I got some pictures, so let me show them. These pictures are really old, and you know, really tragic. So not only did I have a freaking broken arm, and I was chunky, but I had bangs too. Like, just tragedy on top of tragedy. Bangs, broke arm, chunky. So yeah, this one is me and Cole Carson. I don't even know where that's at, but as you can tell, my cast really stands out. And then me, Cole, and Carson again. I don't even know where we are. Cole looks mean in this one. He looks so mean, right? Then me and Santa Claus. I'm gonna freaking have a Jimmy Buffett shirt on. Then, okay, so yeah, I wore the cast for a while, right? Then my arm finally healed up. But after that, I had to get this brace, which is in this picture, you'll see it. It's black. That's me, my grandma Lula, and my brothers. And you can see I have my cast on. That thing freaking stunk, dude. I don't know how to describe it, but it stunk. It was always sweaty, you know. Yeah, that one's me, Cole, and Carson again. Me and Cole's wearing our freaking Sacred Path shirts. Walk the Sacred Path every day, okay? Make sure you're on it, kids. Freaking bangs, dude. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh, it was a really tragic time. Nah, you know, that was probably the first bone I broke, I think. No, actually, one time I cracked my ankle on a freaking exercise bike. I think that's when I was Little Miss Cherokee, so I was like pretty young. And I think I was at Cole's wrestling. Cole used to wrestle when he was young, and I was at his practice, and they had it in this gym, and there was these exercise bikes. So as I'm like waiting on him to get done with practice, I'm like on this bike, and I pedal really fast, and then I try to lift my feet up so that the thing's just rolling. I don't know why, but I did that, and then as I lift my feet up, I didn't lift them up high enough, and my ankle, or my ankle got caught in between the pedal that was turning and the actual bike, so it was like, and it like chipped a bone in my ankle. Pretty tragic, but yeah. So, but the worst thing I ever did was definitely tear my ACL. I remember laying on it was like senior year of my basketball, you know, and I was like, this is the last year I'm ever gonna play, whatever. You know, so like it was a second day of tryouts, man. That freaking sucked. That shit hurt like crazy, dude. But yeah. I think the funniest part of the whole story is that my mom, one, was on the phone in the middle of the night. Didn't come to the hall to get me. She wanted me to come to her. Then she sent me to school. So it's funny looking back now. But then I was really in a lot of pain. Just kidding. Yeah, that's a story of how I broke my arm. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever broken your arm, or if your mom has left you laying in the hall crying. I'm just like exposing my mom. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've ever broken a bone before, whatever. You know, I like to read you guys' comments, so I really appreciate it. Speaking of comments, if you don't know, if you're new here, I give a shout out for people who comment on my videos. So, let's do that now. On my last video, which was forever ago, which if you haven't seen, it's one of my favorite videos because it's literally all Neymar. So shout out to Jacob, Lori, that's my mom, and then Cole and Chucky, shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you guys leaving comments on my video, so drop a comment below if you want to shout out in the next video. Like I said, I got my stickers, so hit me up for that. Also, what else? Oh, I gotta give another shout out to my cousin Lucy, who I play Fortnite with. It's funny because we started playing Fortnite together through a friend of ours, and then we find out she's my freaking cousin. So shout out to Lucy. This is a direct shout out to Lucy. I gave Kylie a shout out one time, and she was like, wow, you didn't even give me a shout out. So shout out to Lucy. Hey. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, you guys. yeah, I'm gonna film a video next week, and then the week after that I'm going on spring break. So that should be a fun trip, going to a lot of cool places. So make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for our new video next week. Thanks for watching, boys. Didn't even notice punches that you roll with.